I'm Dave Butfield. These days, fishing is so much more than just soaking your bait in the water. And you may have some questions like, where's the most productive area to go fishing for your target species? When's the best time to catch that species? And of course, what is the best bait to use? Throughout my travels both here in Australia and overseas, I've been very fortunate to wet a line for some pretty amazing species. From barramundi in India, giant kingfish in New Zealand, and monster bream on the south coast of New South Wales, just to name a few. In that time, I've learnt so many different ways to catch a fish, and now it's my aim to try to pass that information on to you.
Or I hook a small one, I'm hooked on fishing.
On this week's show, we take a look back at some of the great locations and amazing fish we've caught throughout the year. In this series, I've shown you a number of different ways to catch fish, from the land and from a boat. But one trip comes to mind. It's when we travelled down the south coast and caught up with Daryl Head. We jumped in the kayaks and paddled down the Shoalhaven River to catch bass. This was one trip I won't forget, so let's go and take a look.
Well, I've been to some spectacular places all around the world and around Australia, but just close to my doorstep is the beautiful Shoalhaven River, and that's where we're fishing today. I've got Daryl coming up behind me, and Daryl Head from Bay and Basin Sports Fishing. Daz, this is my second or third cast, and we've hooked up. So we will come across a lot of small fish today. That's part of bass fishing.
Yes, yeah, we will. We'll come across a few today, but I don't know whether you heard those cicadas in the background.
Yeah.
But the more and more they fire up, the more the fish are going to fire up today.
That's right, exactly. Well, that's, like second or third cast, and I've got a bass on the board. So it's a great start. So we'll get some more lures in, we'll get him back in the water, and we'll catch some more fish. I just want to show you a few different lures I'm using. This one's called a AR custom lure. It's a little crank 35. It's got a tight little action, so I'm just doing a slow rolling retrieve, and he's just swimming along. And at the moment, I think it's 2 casts, 2 fish. So I've been really lucky with this lure at the moment. And Daryl, you've got the cicada on, which we can hear in the background.
That's right. Most of the cicadas we've got here are black, so I've chosen a black cicada. In a matte colour though, it's not a shiny black, it's a matte colour.
Okay.
And it's just just the rod tip, only just moving a little bit, just imitating it, just sort of flapping in the water.
And the way you can learn, watch the cicadas in the water and see what they're doing and trying to imitate them.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're trying to do.
Now, Adam, at the end, he's got a little fizzer. Now, this is still a cicada body, but it has a little blade on the front. So the way Adam works out, he rips it through the water. Instead of a slow roll, you want it to rip. Just choose the right lure and work it properly. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah! I'm on. I just watched the cicada get hit right near my lure, and then I was on as well. Oh, yeah! This is a better fish too. And it's funny how it changes. One little stretch, the deeper divers was working. We come to this area here where there was, so many cicadas and hitting the water, and you just have to change the lure. And that was my fault. This is a lot better fish. I'll bring it around. I'll scoop him up. And in he goes.
Oh, nice fish.
Yeah, better fish. So that was great fun. Just seeing that little cicada get hit. My lure went right near it, and bang, I was on as well. Just crazy fishing.
Oh, straight on.
He's on. Oh, Daryl's on as well.
Only just hit the water and was taken straight away.
All right, there's that lure. And there's our fish. We're definitely getting there. We are increasing the size of it. And that's probably, 27, 28, getting up near 30, somewhere around there. But great fish and great action, fantastic action. You don't get any better than that. And just paddling through here, it's just a mind-blowing scenery and mind-blowing fishing.
This time, we head to Sydney Harbour and I caught up with my good mate Alex Bellissimo. We climbed down the rocks to catch blackfish.
Well, as you just seen, we had a great climb down the rocks. I'm with Alex Bellissimo. Mate, it's great to be with you again. Now, when climbing down the rocks, safety is the #1 key, isn't it?
Mate, safety's paramount. Before you start climbing on the rocks, be aware that the cliff faces are brittle, especially sandstone cliff faces. Take small steps, 3 points of contact, and always take your time.
Now, today we're going for blackfish. A great fish. They pull hard.
Yeah, lubric are great fun, aren't they?
They're great eating.
Yes.
And last time we went out, we had so much fun. Oh, here we go. Floats down. Yep. Oh, hope we won't drop him off. Oh, yep. Oh, great fun. I love catching these fish. Beautiful. Another nice fish. Pretty similar size to the last one, or similar to Alex's. Probably around that 28, 29. Hey, settle down. Yeah, 28 or 29 centimetre. Legal fish. And there's nothing wrong taking a feed of these home because they are beautiful eating. Beautiful colours on the bands on them. And yeah, here we go. We're on. Oh. All right, we'll wait for that little bit of a. This is a little bit bigger fish. So get something to help me. Give me a helping hand up. Oh yeah, it's definitely bigger now.
Yeah, heaps bigger. Better fish, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Oh,
good.
Definitely a better fish. But yeah, that is a great fish. A lot bigger than the last one.
I reckon 34, I suppose.
I reckon it'd be in the 30s now. Mate, you're spot on now.
34.
I think you said 34, didn't you? Yeah, 35 centimetres. So
Yeah, it's good.
a lot bigger fish. Beautiful. That's what we want. We want bigger fish. Then the 28, 29 are great fish, but when you start getting the bigger ones, they fight harder, and it's just a bigger fish. You got more meat.
Now this is a smaller fish.
It's got a lot of heart, but mate.
Mate, they just go hard, don't they?
I thought that's going to be over 30, mate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it's still a good fish. It's still up there.
I'm more surprised I didn't drop it.
Now I'm back on the rocks and it's time for some arm pulling action. This time I hunt down the mighty kingfish.
You're on? Good work, Al. You reckon you got a king?
It could be a little one.
Yep,
Tiny little rat.
kingfish. It's all right, it's a start. That's a great start, mate. That was your third cast, and you've got a kingy on, buddy. The ideal gar is to have a salted gar. We haven't salted these, so they are a little bit softer, so you don't get the amount of cast out of it as you would if it was salted. So that's our garfish. Beautifully rigged, and as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gangs on it. Our squid skirt, any colour of that, you can go white and pink, they all work. And as you'll see very shortly in our techniques, we'll cast it out and jig it and wind back in. Yep, we're on.
Oh, he's on.
And that was
fish.
on the floor.
Oh yeah, good king.
Yep, king, definitely king. Get up. Get up here. Yeah. There we go, Al. God.
Good work.
Oh, it was a bit of fun anyway.
Let us swim around the pond if you like.
Yeah.
Film that.
Oh, mate, I thought you had me on that reef then, but God, they pull hard. It's just so much power there.
Absolutely.
They're amazing. All right, thanks, mate. You can see they're just like a rocket, aren't they?
They are like a rocket, mate. Yeah, you want to hang on to that rod?
Yep, sure. Ta.
Just let it wear out a bit, mate, before it goes nuts on your hands and gangs.
Yeah, and that's the thing you've got to really take care of as well. We've got gangs here, so you know if you get you get a king like that, especially when he's a bit green, flapping around, you end up with a gang in the side of your leg or in your hands. And Alex, you experienced that once before, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah, and I couldn't get the gangs out of that. I had to go to hospital and get it cut out.
Yeah, so that's how serious it can be.
Yes, yes.
And but still, look, that's on legal fish. But you can see how hard they pull. And I'm using the pirate here. This is a 20 kilo pirate. So light, I could cast this all day. So, and then I've got a 4,000 Saltiga on there. So I've got plenty of drag, plenty of cranking power. But having this light outfit, I can cast this backwards and forwards, and it's so easy. So, all right, well, we'll get this the hooks out of this king, and away he goes back in the water.
Now I jump on board my Alavan boat with my son Lachlan, and we head around the harbour to catch squid. Squid are my main bait for kings and jewfish, and also great eating as well.
You got one, Lot?
Yep.
Good work, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, I do.
Yeah. Lot, one in slow. One in slow. Might be a cuttlefish, Lot.
Oh no, it's a squid.
That's squid.
Squid.
Oh.
Hey.
Good work, buddy. Well, we're in beautiful Sydney Harbour, and we're going for squid, and we've found a little area here, and it's called to locals Shack Bay, and as you can see behind me, we've got some shacks there, but the main key of this area is all this kelp. There's a lot of kelp around there, and this is the home for this southern calamari. Yeah, well, thank you very much. Sorry, Locke. And we've got that pink Daiwa jig out, and he's latched hold of it. So we'll put him in a live well, and hopefully that won't be the only one we see. Later on through the show, we're going to do some night fishing as well and show you that you catch squid at night using lights off the bridge. But we'll get a few more jigs out, and hopefully we'll get a few more. Now the squid jig I'm using here, I'm using around about 2.5. That's good for Sydney Harbour. If you're going outside or more around the heads itself, like North Head or South Head, you can get away by using the 3-inch, or when you go down the Jarvis Bay, the 3 and 3.5s work quite well as well. But I just find inside the harbour, the smaller ones, anything 2.5 and under is the way to go. This is the Emeraldus New. It drops down at pretty good. Look, you can buy $2 squid jigs, but the problem is the way they swim, the way they sink. Some sink like that. It just doesn't look natural. It's just a nice slow flutter down, and that's the way your squid jig should work. Yep, smaller one this time. Lockie, what are you doing, mate? Dragging the chain. Just keep on opening that bait tank for me, mate. There you go. Well, there you go. We've probably been here for probably half an hour or 40 minutes, and you know, we've got, what have we got there? Five so far?
Yeah.
And it's pretty easy to do. Now the rig I'm using, it's just a basic simple rig. The same what we're using today, you know, where we had the single rig, casting the lure out, letting it sink down, jig, wind the slack in, jig, and we're getting squid. But we're in a different location. We're here, we're under the bridge. As you can see, it's pretty noisy. You've got cars going over the top. But what's keeping the squid around here is the lights off the bridge. There's so much bait fish. If you just look at the sounder there, there's so much bait fish, and it's everywhere. So the squid are taking the little bait fish. There's flying fish around here, baby flying fish, and that's what the squid are eating. We've got this little prawn jig. This is a 1.8 Daiwa jig, and it's like a natural goldy colour jig. Just set down for 2 seconds. We're on again. Beautiful.
I've got something as well.
You got one?
Yeah, I got
Good
something
on you,
as well.
love. Oh.
Yeah, I got one as well.
You got one?
Yeah,
Double
I got
hook
one.
up, squid. Woo!
Yeah.
Little one, mate.
Yep.
Bring it over here, give us a look.
Yep.
You alright?
Yep, I got him.
Watch that tip.
Got it.
Yeah, so you got 2 squid, little one, big one. And these aren't giant. I've caught a lot bigger ones than this. And, you know, these are probably, what, 200 mils long. I've caught them, you know, probably another 100, 150 mils on that again. And the bigger ones are great for stripping. So these are perfect to put on whole. And then the larger ones I like to strip, cut the head off, open the body up and clean it out, strip it, and you get 3 to 4 baits out of each squid. Right, we'll put that in. We'll have to run the big bait tank in a minute, mate, the way we're going. You got one, or you just daydreaming again?
No, I've definitely got one.
Oh, you have
I've got one.
Good work,
It's a big
mate.
one.
You know what we're having for dinner tomorrow night, mate? Salt
Squid.
and pepper squid. Pass it over here, buddy.
Yep.
That squid jig is just doing an amazing job, you know. I'll get that off. There, put that in the live well. And that one's a little bit more goldy than the other one, but it's still like a natural colour. Well, today we're looking at the Garmin 751 XS, and I caught up with Wayne from Garmin. Great to see you, mate.
Hey mate, how are you?
Good. Mate, I've got this sounder. It's an amazing little sounder on my boat. Tell us a bit about it.
Yeah, the 751 is certainly feature packed. It is a chart plotter. As you can see, we get multiple charts. We get a navigation chart, fishing chart, and a 3D perspective chart, which is fantastic. It's a sonar, now with our new release, down view and side view as well.
Now this has chirp, doesn't it?
So the chirp technology is built into the unit as well, so we don't need any modules, which gives you a clearer picture, better target separation.
So easy to use the screens?
Easy to use. As you can see, we're just scrolling through the menu. So we have radar capability, which is fantastic, especially at night for a safety feature.
Well, even on a small boat you can have a radar.
Yes, most definitely. I mean, a lot of boaters now are going out in the middle of the night, early mornings, so it's a great safety feature to have coming across the bays.
And the best thing about it, it's not expensive to add on.
No, it's not. No, radar's very, very affordable these days.
All right, now I can see that it's got video. What's video?
So the new video input is a new feature for the 751 as well, so we can actually run some cameras and we can watch the fishing from out the back.
That's great. Now, what about engines? I know a lot of engines can connect to the sounder. Can this one do that?
So this is an Enemy A2000 capable, so we can connect our engines up, giving us some great features like fuel flow and fuel range, which is fantastic to know how far you can actually go for the day.
I love this sounder because it's easy to use, and one of the little bonuses, you can connect it to your iPad and your iPhone.
So full Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity now, so we can actually connect it up to our phone or our iPad with full control, so we can actually control the system from our iPad.
And also, it's preloaded with maps.
So Australian and New Zealand charts, now with the built-in 10Hz GPS antenna, updating the screen 10 times a second.
That's an amazing little sounder, and not just for the small boats, you can put this on the big boats as well.
Yeah, most definitely. So it has all the features and capabilities of our larger up to 19-inch screens.
I know Garmin's got a massive range of sounders and electronics. What about the website?
So you can get on the website at garmin.com.au.
Check them out, they are a must-have on your boat. Our last location is very special to me. We head to Pittwater to chase kingfish on the downriggers. But I also bring along my youngest son, Brendan, to see if he can land his first ever kingfish. There you go. That's it. Over, Pete. Hey. Well, he realised he's hooked. All right. Bring that one over this side. There you go. There you go.
Under the boat. Under the boat.
There you go. Little king. Not legal.
That is nowhere near legal.
You gotta be careful, got these hooks. Brendan, just walk backwards for me, mate, so I can put this fish on the floor. We put a towel over his head. Look at that, they settle right down. So always good to have some sort of cloth. And there's our king that Brendan wants to let go. You got him?
Yep.
Hold him up in the camera. Well done, mate, good work.
Yep.
All right, throw him back in.
Okay.
Throw him around that way. Big throw, big toss out. And off he goes like a rocket. Well done. Go on, Brendo. Get us a legal fish. Fillets for dinner. All right, bring him around. Bring him around, push him, just push him around. That's it, that's it. All right, here we go. Oh, Brendan, I know it's close, but I think it might be just 2 centimetres under.
He looks a bit small, doesn't he?
Yeah, we'll get that hooks out. We'll measure him up, just to give him the benefit of the doubt, just in case. You never know.
We could be lucky.
And hang on, we'll get these hooks out.
He looks legal.
Okay, and let's measure him up. And he is, look at that, 64.1 or something like that. So, Pete, what are you doing to us, mate? There you go, we're starting to win him now. We're coming in.
Whoa.
All right, here we go. You right, Bren?
No, I can't.
Oh, yes you can. Pump it out. Watch out, Pete. That's dangerous fishing. You all right, mate? It's getting dangerous there. Right, so you go down, wind down, and then pull up. There you go. All right. All right, there you go. All right, that's beautiful. Just hold that there, mate. You can hold that fish. We'll get Ryan's and we'll get a photo of you two together, eh? Great fun for the kids. Just perfect. You know, these are, well, they're not big, but they're great fun, aren't they?
They are great fun, mate. Like you say, you know, when you've got the smaller kids around the place, and they want to, these are giant fish for small kids.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And you see how hard that pulled. You nearly pull him in the water.
Well, that's right. And if we start going down in the gears and more zing in the line, well then,
Yeah.
you know, it depends on how badly they want to see them or not.
Yeah, exactly. All right, mate. Well, you hold that one. So underneath there, hold him really tight on the tail. So on the tail, got the tail?
Oh, yep.
Okay, we'll get Ryan's fish in.
Boys. Big.
Well, there you have it. 2 great kingfish. Not, you know, I say great because they are great fighting. Boys, you've had fun?
Yep. Yep.
Well, that brings us to the end of the show. I hope you enjoyed looking back at some of the great fishing locations. I'm Dave Butfield, and I'll see you somewhere around Australia.
Makes it clear to see that fishing's just like therapy. The worries of the world all just drift away when I'm out here fishing for the day. So if I hook a big one or I hook a small one, I'm hooked on fishing again.